How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to Lead Therapy, and thank you so very much for taking time for tuning into my video. Well, I'm back. It's been almost 3 weeks since I made a video, and to get you guys updated on what happened, for those who didn't see the 2 posts that I put out the past couple of weeks, about a month ago, my son and his friends went on a trip to Montana. Somebody brought back the vid, and I knew I was getting it. I had cold symptoms, sore throat, hacking up some junk, coughing, stuff like that. And I thought for sure it was going to be the Omicron variant, whatever they're calling it. I didn't even go get tested. I knew it's probably what I had, taking Tylenol and stuff like that. And after about 3 days, I thought I was getting better, but then it got worse quick. After about the 4th day, I couldn't eat. And I'm a big guy, and I love to eat food, and I was lucky if I could get 1 cookie down in a day. And I've always took pride in myself in being the tough guy, not going to see doctors, which of course you should be. But of course, like I said, being the tough guy, I'm just going to ride this thing out. But then the COVID got worse. You get the chills. The worst thing is waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning and drenched in sweat. And then I hadn't eaten for about 4 or 5 days, and I was still holding out. But then there's something seriously wrong when you're sitting in the reclining chair and you fall asleep and you wake up and you're having a conversation with your mother who passed away 2 years ago. And yet I still didn't go to the hospital. I finally went to the hospital the Saturday before the Super Bowl. And that, of course, that's when they said that I had COVID. And if I remember the words the doctor said about my CT scan, it's a mess. But then I was given the option that they could keep me in the hospital, or they thought I had a good chance that they would put me on steroids. I could go home and I could get better at home. So of course, I chose the second and went home, which was not the best idea in the world. So then it came to Super Bowl Sunday. And even though I was kind of delirious and out of it, of course I want to watch the freaking Super Bowl. But then I got worse as it got towards the Super Bowl, where I was having a hard time really breathing. So my son took me to the hospital. They checked my oxygen levels, and it was in the 80s, which of course is not good at all. So they immediately put me on oxygen. Of course, they said they were going to admit me. And I spent almost a week in the hospital, and those people saved my life. So I came down with the vid, got pneumonia, which I didn't know. Nobody told me anything about pneumonia, which you figure you do with all the hard time breathing. And then, of course, hacking up all kinds of junk. But when you're hacking up junk, instead of it, besides it being all kind of dark and mucusy, it's got blood in it, you're seriously sick. But the doctors and nurses were just outstanding, and taking all kinds of breathing treatments, and they were worried about blood clots because I've got bad circulation in my legs, and people who were just amazing. And I might get the name of this wrong, but what really turns the tide with the COVID was, I think it's called remdesivir. Put you on an IV drip for that for 5 days, and that's what really made things turn around. Before I go on any further, I want to thank everybody who gave me their well wishes and get well soons. When I first posted that I wasn't feeling well, and I tried to make a video and I couldn't get through it. And then when I came home from the hospital, I think it was the 2nd day after I was home, I made another post and gave an update. You guys are amazing, and I really appreciate everybody's support. It really does mean a lot. Now, as far as me getting better, my energy level is next to nothing. I require oxygen every once in a while, nowhere near as what when I first got home. I check my oxygen levels, and of course it should be in the high 90s, and it'll be in the mid to low 90s. Doing just the littlest thing, went to the grocery store this morning, just walking into the store, huffing and puffing. But of course, that's something I have to do to get stronger and better. I've got to get moving around and just do things. As always, let me know your thoughts about the story in the comments section down below. And as I mentioned at the starting of the video, if you enjoy this video, or if I gave you some information you didn't know, please take time to like, share, and subscribe, and hit those post notifications. The channel's back up and running again, and I will be posting another video again on Sunday. And I will see you guys in the next video.